Hello and welcome to the newest OverREACting podcast, episode 3. It's when the fun happens. As always, I'm your boy HUGz, Sam by my side here, and today we have our very first guest. I'm so excited. It's a couple, Gabe and Kayla from Adobo Sandwich. If you don't know about them, you're about to find out today. What's up, Gabe? What up, Kayla?
What's up, guys? We were excited to be on. I was kind of disappointed that you didn't do your Hot Sam intro. I was kind of waiting for that, but it's all good. Yeah. It's all good.
we post these to HugKnucklesTV, but we do the podcast intro a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't know. We probably should. I also need to bring back the double hats. If y'all don't watch us or whatever, I used to wear.
Yeah, how come you stop that? Was there a reason?
I think people just kept wondering, like, why do you wear two hats?
So legit, for the people who will care, which is probably like 4 people that will watch this, when we went to the Philippines is actually the reason I stopped doing it. Because double hats is really cool when you're sitting in an office, like right here, making videos, hanging out. But when you're walking around like 100-degree weather, sweat dripping down your body through like Jose Rizal Park with 2 hats on, like
I think
that keep falling. And I bought a third.
It just kind of like holds in the heat. And then
and they kept like closing, and then we went to these museums and they wouldn't let me wear them in the museum because hats. And
so you could be storing a weapon in one of those hats. We're going to have to ask you to take that off.
They confiscated them at the front door when
they
we got
even took
there.
our GoPro.
Yeah, well, they let us carry the GoPro, but they made us take off. It's got one of these, like, detachable, you know, whatever.
I guess they thought we were going to beat
so they're like, baton.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so we walk in, we're recording. We have, like, this whole, like, entourage with us of all these people, and then they just start stripping me of my hats. I'm like, take that off. Like, get rid of that.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
We're here to appreciate the arts.
I'm so sorry.
What I want to know is, I've never seen that before, like the double hats. Did you like just come up with that on your own, or was it just like, you know what, I'm just gonna...
I forget.
You were inspired by something, or what?
Just one day, I just did it. I don't know. I was like, this looks stupid. That's fun. Yeah.
Hey, dude. I feel you, just because when we went to the Philippines, like I've always rocked these like green like neon sunglasses, and like every vacation, and when I went there and we like did a bunch of lives in the Philippines, like I got so much like shade for wearing those. Everybody was like, take those off. So
I love them.
I loved those. I saw you in those, and I was like, I love those sunglasses.
No, yeah, and I figure you can't please everybody. Like people were like calling for me to take those off, and I was like, nah. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so what happened was Gabe actually broke them. They broke.
Yeah.
They were like so crooked. I don't even know. Probably sat on them or something. They broke. And then while we were walking through one of the markets, Gabe found some like Ray-Bans or Bay-Rans.
Bay-Rans. Yeah, they're Bay-Rans. They're Filipino.
Bootleg Ray-Bans.
Gabe got some new like neon green, exactly the same.
I'm so excited. And it was so cheap in the Philippines, so I was like, maybe I should get 2 of these, but I just got one.
Well, originally back in the day, before I even started this channel, I wanted to do this glasses thing where I had like regular glasses, but they look like 3D glasses. So like the inside would be colored blue and red, like the lenses.
Right.
Yeah. And actually all my branding on that channel was all about like that coloration. And I never did it because I wanted to do, originally before I ever did hats, I used to wear hats in all my videos and then did the double hat thing.
And then now
no hat.
Right.
Which I regret sometimes. We were watching some videos back, like old ones, and I was like, how'd you let me record with my hair like that?
Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard at his hair. I was like,
it looks like a bird's
why does your
nest.
hair look like that? Why didn't I say something? Because it was like...
That's funny that you mentioned that, because we watched yesterday. It was actually yesterday. We watched the first reaction video we ever made, and we'll never do that again. It's just like it hurts like to watch it. It's just like I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all should do that for the channel. People have asked us to do like react to your old cringy reactions. Yeah. Y'all should do that because we want to go back and watch some of ours, because the first ones on the channel I did by myself. I don't know what possessed me. Okay, one day I had talked about making a reaction channel forever. I loved watching reaction channels, and I was like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I just sat down in a tank top, Okay, no sleeves, like down to here, no hat on. I was like,
is that still on the channel?
Yeah, the one of them is. I'm Bobby Hill.
So it's a deep V then.
I'm like Bobby Hill, shaved hair, and just a headset on with like a green screen behind me. And I'm like, hi guys, I'm gonna watch this thing. It was so awkward.
That's so awesome.
But I had to leave one of them up just so people could go back and laugh at me one day.
I'm gonna have to dig into the archives on that one. I'm curious.
It's probably like if you go like
4,
first
but I left
upload.
one up.
Yeah, was it like to an ERB?
It was an ERB, and I also that video. It was like the second video I ever recorded. It got like 4,000 views, and I thought that I was like
he was like
famous.
oh my gosh,
yeah, because I was like 4,000 views. I don't know 4,000 people.
Yeah,
and
I remember how it was in the beginning. When we got 100 views, like initially, like 50 of the views were probably mine, just like for refreshing to see how many views the video had. Yeah. But yeah, it's just funny. I think that's really funny.
So was this y'all's first YouTube channel, or have y'all done anything on YouTube before this?
Back in the day, like in YouTube's heyday, me and my coworkers, we worked at like a country club, and that's where like my YouTube career started. And I don't think I'll ever like say what the name of the thing is, but like we actually had a little like mini show where we would just go around and scare each other, and it was pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny, and like we don't do it. I mean, obviously we don't do it anymore, but like that was back in the like if we kept going with that, I guarantee it would have blew up, because like there were like stations that saw it and they wanted
TV.
Yeah, and they were like, "Hey, can we use your guys' clips?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like a 17-year-old kid and everything, so we thought it was a big deal. But yeah, those are still on YouTube. That's where my YouTube career kind of.
You're gonna have to hit me up on the deal with that link. I need to check these out.
I can't. It's too embarrassing. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I don't feel generous, but I don't know. We'll see.
Here, we'll make a trade. You get to see my video where I'm wearing a tank top looking like Bobby Hill, and bonus, I'll hook you up with a video I made. I used to go by a different name, and I made a JB Sings video where I sing Kiss from a Rose by Seal, and I cannot sing.
Wait, you sing what?
Yes.
What is it, Kiss from a Rose by Seal?
Oh, Seal.
And I'm not good. It's not good.
Has HUGz Sam seen that? Have you seen that?
Yes, I was present when he was doing it, and I was in the other room like, oh my gosh.
So
like holding the camera.
Yeah.
There's a story. It was actually shot in her parents' house. I lived with her parents when I first moved to Texas.
Oh,
what happened was I used to play World of Warcraft. I was a really big nerd for gaming, and I was trying to convince this guy to come play with us, to help us. He was really good. And he's like, all right, I will. I was like, oh, sweet. He's like, but you got to sing Kiss from a Rose in front of everybody in this voice chat. So I did it, and it was like a running joke with my friends for like 6 years. And one of my really close friends who was like a part of this whole thing, his brother passed away, who was also friends with us. And to kind of like, I don't know, have a moment and like dedicate it to him, I sang that song so all my friends would think it was funny and laugh at me. But it was kind of like,
and they loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
it's like really cringy though.
But
if you don't know the story,
super cringy.
Yeah, it's really cringy.
Were you like committed? Were you like all in, or was it like
100%?
Okay.
You gotta go full in.
There was no goofing. Like he was kind of serious. Like
I was in. I was all in.
I'm gonna have to take you up on that. We'll talk about it afterwards, and I think I have to see that. I have to see that. Yeah.
I think maybe like podcasts like 6 or 7, we need to have a cringe off. I think that's what we need to do.
We'll do that.
Adobo Sandwich versus HugKnucklesTV cringe off.
Solo HugKnuckles.
We might have you on there. We'll see.
It's all game.
Yeah, we'll save it for episode 10 or
there you go. Once people are watching more.
I don't know if you ever saw the Cooking with Sam video that we put out, but there was another one where I was singing Gangnam Style, dancing in the living room, and I didn't know he was recording me.
Totally committed to the performance.
Well, because I didn't know he was recording me. So I'm just like singing Gangnam Style and dancing with a butternut squash.
Yeah, it was like a squash.
Oh
He's
my
like,
gosh.
And it's
awesome.
Yeah.
Is it still up, or that's not?
No, that's never been seen by anybody.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well.
We've thought about posting it, but
Yeah.
I'd have to. I'm wearing some weird speed like tight like baseball shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's why I was curious if y'all had channels
You're gonna keep
before
it for HUGz Eyes only, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I was curious if y'all had done YouTube before or anything like that, because this is like, HugKnucklesTV was like my 5th channel.
What?
Right.
Wow. I used to vlog, and then I had another channel where I did gaming stuff. It was all like little stuff. I think the most subs I had was like 200. I had a video of me doing 5Ks. I've done 7 5Ks in my life. It was after like my 3rd one.
What?
Dang,
That's
beast
awesome.
mode, man. That's crazy.
It got like 5,500 views, and I thought I was the coolest dude in the world because I got all these views.
That one's still up. Or no, it's private, but it's
privated
on the
videos.
channel, so it's on another channel.
It's got a lot of stuff with my family.
What year did you start? What year did you start? Or like your first channel?
My first channel, I think, was, I don't even know.
You did stuff with Casey like way back in the day.
It was not that long ago, probably like 2011.
Yeah.
Not super early.
We met in 2013, and we were both making YouTube videos then. We both had our own separate channel. Because we met online, 1,000 miles apart, and we would watch each other's YouTube videos. Yeah. So.
Oh, is that how you got introduced? Like.
Yeah. Well, we met ourselves through Twitter, and because actually I made YouTube videos, like I said, on a couple different channels. But it was actually my blog that I used to blog a lot under my like fitness thing, and that's what was huge. Like I would get like 10,000 views on my blog posts and stuff, and I was on Huffington Post Live. They had me on with like these celebrities and stuff. It was really cool.
Who was
LeVar Burton, who was Geordie LaForge from Star Trek and also Reading Rainbow. Like he was a dude. I was on with him and had a whole segment with him. Who else was I on with? I don't know. The dude from The Mentalist.
That's insane.
It was legit. That was pre-YouTube. Like nobody knows any of that stuff. So try to find it on the internet.
We're about to.
I don't know, but this was the first channel that I did that I was like, all right, I'm going to try to make a run at this. I loved watching YouTube videos. Like, you talk about YouTube heyday. I was like, Mystery Guitar Man I was huge into. I used to like Ray William Johnson or whatever, and like Rhett and Link I'd watch forever. Like, all those dudes. Vlog Brothers I was a huge fan of. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a run. And she actually hated reaction channels when I started this.
But I think I was just watching the wrong people. You know, there's some people out there that are just so fake. Yeah. I mean, just throwing them out there. But like, you watch them and you're just like, why do you even want to watch this? Yeah. Like, they're taking a video that I love and they're like kind of like making it into a joke, I felt like. And then,
right. Well,
then
a lot of the times with like reaction channels, like, and I don't like hate on any like reaction channels or like, but there's some people who have like no, it seems like they have like no business reacting to it. Like, they don't like enjoy it, and even some I've seen them just like staring and like nodding their head, and like they have like 10, 15 videos of them just doing that. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, But anyways.
Overall, I mean, I used to hate way more on people in the beginning, but it's not because I hated them. It's because, like, the crap we would get when we started doing videos, people would be like, oh, you guys are fake, oh, you guys are whatever. And I'm like, we're just getting that because that's the overall kind of feel for reaction channels in general is people just hate on reaction channels. And what I told her, to overcome her objection in the beginning is like, I want to be the person who's different. I want to be the one out there who's analyzing and telling people how I feel. No, I don't have a music background. So when I watch music videos, you're not going to hear, about the technical terminology, but I can tell you how my emotions felt. I can keep it with you 100 and tell you if I didn't like something, which a lot of people won't do. Yeah.
And there's been some things where we'll watch a video, we'll react to it, and then we just don't feel like our reaction was very good, so we won't post it. Like, because
if it's bland, if we're just sitting there and have no reaction, I'm not going to post that.
Yeah.
No, it's clear that you guys are totally authentic, and I mean it obviously shows, because you guys got like 100K subs, obviously. So I feel like with you, what you guys portray, like it's genuine, and
and that's what we like about y'all too.
I was gonna say that's why we kind of gravitated towards y'all.
Right. So.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So get back then. How you were saying that. Josh, you started the reaction channel, and then Sam, you came in a little bit later then?
So I started watching what he was doing, and I started seeing some of the comments, and he was getting some really positive comments. So I was like, there was one video, it was the Katy Perry Rise, I believe was the first one I did. She dropped a music video,
Well,
and I was
watched
like,
it, right? And then you had me watch it.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was like, you got it. He's like, I should do a reaction to it, So I kind of like set off to the side while he watched it and reacted to it and all that. And I kind of like liked being a part of it. And so another time, or that was just the actual like song itself.
Yeah.
And then the music video came out, and we reacted to that together. And and like I felt like I was a part of it, and I felt like really cool. And then we decided to do a couple.
She would
of
randomly
ERBs,
like do them here and there. It was like I don't know. It would just be random videos like, hey, you want to do this one with me just for fun?
Right.
You didn't really care. But then we did an ERB video, and we had 188 subs.
Yeah.
180 was 181, something like that, less than 200 subs.
Yeah.
And there's this dude who still comes into our chat to this day. And this is why I say, like, never forget the people who were there with you in the beginning. This dude, Harambe, I don't know what his name is now, Steel something.
I don't know.
Master. But anyway,
Yeah.
I remember him as
Blade
Harambe.
Master.
Blade Master, yeah. He came in. He was like, how do you guys not have more subs? Like, we had less than 200 subs. He's like, man, you guys are so good. Like, I really care about you, whatever. Like, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
That video got 150,000 views in 2 days.
What? And we had like 100, like we had very little subs at that point. And I was like not even like a big part of the channel at that point.
I didn't understand analytics. So I went into analytics and I was like, wait, this says it's already got like over 70,000 views. Like,
and I was hanging out with my friend, and I'm like, he calls me and tells me this. I'm like, it must be a glitch. Like I was like, it has to be a glitch. Like, that's not possible. And so we go home, and like that night we just like basically sat there and stared at it and was like, what?
Well, because if you don't create YouTube content, what you don't know is sometimes it'll show like a video only has like 1,000 views, and it may, if you go to real-time analytics, it shows you the actual views. So, because people out there be like, oh, it has 1,000 views, which is what I thought until I found out about real-time analytics. 150,000 in 2 days. It took a minute for
it to catch up. Yeah.
That's insane.
So that was
like,
really
holy
crazy.
Crap, this could be something. Like, people actually care.
Yeah.
And we went from 181 subs to 800 subs like that day, right there. And then in like that blew up into like 2,000 subs over the end of the week, and then like the next month we had 10,000. Like we went from nothing to 10,000 like really fast, like 2 weeks.
Because it was October 26th. I remember that day that we dropped that ERB.
And we hit 10K in November.
That hit it, and we hit it in November.
Yeah,
well,
November, early December.
We hit it like my dad's birthday, December 12th. Yeah.
But that's that's huge growth for less than 200.
But it was ever since then, I was like, oh my gosh, people really like this. Like, they really like us and what we have to say, and it was fun. So I just started being like more of a part of the channel.
Well, and that's where the intro came into it. Was I've always regretted that the channel was my name, and I want to get into that in a little bit about your channel. But like it's HugKnucklesTV because originally it was just me. And then we talked about changing the channel name, and she didn't want to do that. But we also wanted people to know that she was like not just a guest anymore, like she was with me. And that's why I was like, "It's always by my side, Hot Sam." And then it like turned into this whole thing. It used to be
as sometimes by my side, and
then that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
So it like it changed.
It just turned into what it turned into with the like that whole thing and the rigmarole.
It's really funny. It's really fun if you like line them all up in order and see the way it's changed throughout the time.
So
you guys deserve all the subs, man. I like. Did you get your silver play button yet?
We haven't, but I've heard it takes 6 months sometimes.
Also,
or more.
you haven't figured out how to order it.
Well, see,
we don't
I found a thing that said you have to order it, but I also talked to other people that said you don't. Like it just automatically comes to you.
Really? I want that silver play button so bad. It's probably not going to be a while, but I'm so jealous that you guys...
I honestly think that you guys will get it faster than you think.
Yeah.
I really believe in y'all's channel, and that's why we care so much about you guys. Like, you guys are just legit. Like, you guys are real people. Mm-hmm. And
I love your vlogs. I love your vlogs a lot.
Yeah, and it's like, that's why, I feel like that legitimacy, that realness is going to be... paying off for y'all, and it blows up. Like, you never know. We didn't think we were gonna hit 100,000 by the end of last year.
No,
and it was insane.
Well, you know, that was like our big goal, and then we were like, well, we're not gonna make it because we ended up going to Illinois for a month because of his family and stuff.
That's right.
I remember me and Kayla did see your guys's. You put out a video where you reached it, like a live or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was cracking up because I think you were on Social Blade or something where it counts.
Yeah.
And then it kept going over 100, and then it went under, and I was just cracking up because you guys are like,
love to troll.
And then it was like,
Yeah.
What was up with that? Were people just trying to like?
They troll. They did that when we hit 10K too, because we did one for 10K.
Because when you're live, like everybody in there wants to like be the first one, the 100,000th person.
That's
so they
YouTube for you. That's your subscribers.
And I'm like, there's no way of us knowing.
Yeah.
Our reaction to whenever it switched and then it would go back down, we go, yay! Aww, yay!
Yeah, that's I remember
it's
that.
Like
that was so
10 people just sitting there like, follow.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to get back to, so you originally did that. What made you want to come back to YouTube? Had you done YouTube before, Kayla, or was this something that was like a Gabe idea, or?
No, I hadn't done YouTube. I think that when we started doing YouTube, I think we sat down and kind of reanalyzed. We had just moved back to Washington. Everything had kind of changed in our life, and we had just had Oliver, our second. And I don't know, I think we kind of sat down and we're like, okay, this is our year. We are going to try and do what we've always wanted to do. And I started a little Etsy shop that I was selling my art. It was something that I'd always wanted to do, and Gabe always wanted to kind of do a YouTube channel, and that's just kind of how it started. And we just took off.
I've always had like, I mean, just like whenever, like even when I was a kid, like 6th grade, like 4th, 5th, 6th grade, like I would always make like videos for like class and everything, for like projects, and I just loved it. And and you know, when YouTube came out and we had that show, or the little show thing at my work, and it was just like it's like whenever I'm doing something like that, like I'm in like flow, and it's like everything's like so easy, and I'm having like a lot of fun. Like time just like passes by, and I feel like if anybody like has that experience with anything, like they should like, you know, gravitate towards it,
chase after it,
you know what I'm saying? Like so I that's where kind of last year, 2 years ago, we thought we would go all in with, not all in, but like, you know, start a channel and see where it goes.
So,
that's awesome.
When you originally were setting out, did you plan on doing like Filipino reactions, or because I know you had the name Adobo Sandwich, was that the name the whole time, or what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, we started out with that name, and we from the beginning wanted to do something about us being a Filipino American couple.
Yeah, like it's funny because when we got interviewed on the Wish Buzz, DJ Robin asked us this. No, did he ask? Yeah, he asked us kind of like this question, but you know, go ahead, yours. And so you're just repeating what we said to Robin.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
Anyways, yeah, no, we from the beginning, like our very first video was like me. It was me making like, it was like a little love story, you know, that I made for Kayla and everything like that. And then, you know, that's where we, you know, started getting some engagement. And then the second one was me playing Pokemon Go. And Kayla was like, or Kayla got a couple shots of me trying to play Pokemon Go. But, you know, just kind of, we always wanted to like cater to like the Filipino like audience. Obviously, me being Filipino, and Kayla, you know, her growing up, she's had like so many Filipino friends, and she just enjoyed the culture already. And then we got a request for reacting to on the Wish Bus, and then it kind of took off from there.
Who was the first artist you reacted to on the Wish Bus?
KZ Royals.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Man, that sets the bar so high for everything else, though. Like
I know, because that's still like my favorite, one of my favorite performances ever.
I feel like that's. Don't look it up.
Yeah, do not look it up.
I think that is probably our video that we got the most.
No, there's another one. Just and that's because.
Okay, when we started making reaction videos, we didn't know how it worked. We didn't know, like, the ins and outs of it, whatever. And so when Gabe was editing it, he was, like, cutting it.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of people who were like, why are you cutting it? That's not how you do reactions.
Just watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we ended up having to take that down, though, because,
because Wish got struck and everything.
shut down because of it. So it being cut up probably helped y'all in the long run, because
really? Yeah.
Wish got hit hard. We didn't get hit, but just I mean, y'all have gotten a copyright strike, right?
We were on the brink, man. We got 2.
Yeah, that was scary.
Well, I was gonna say, I thought y'all put out videos about that. I remember that, but we got hit for, what was it? Voice Teens Philippines?
Voice Kids.
No, we didn't do Voice Kids because everyone warned us not to do Voice Kids.
Teens, yeah.
But
that's right.
we like anything that's even got a whiff of like it might get copywritten, then I'm like, gotta get that out. Yeah. But people will go ham. We do whenever we do like music videos, normally they just get blocked worldwide. So if you don't chop them up at all, then you just can't even post it. And people will go in. How could you? You're like ruining the artist what they intended. And I'm like, well, otherwise I couldn't post it at all. So
yeah, we feel you guys. And let me say something. You know, for whoever's watching like this too, like we, and this is specifically because we get so many requests for Sarah. I don't know if you guys have the same thing, but for Sarah Geronimo videos, we love Sarah Geronimo, but they get like we get emails for like claims on that and everything.
Every single video
for all the people who are Sarah Geronimo fans and request like probably any reactor like that. I feel like that's why not very many people react to her. We love her, but like it's just not worth, like what you were saying, it's not worth the risk. You know, of getting straight.
There's a whole story, and we could talk about that. I don't want to talk about the entirety of it on camera, where we were making a deal with MCN. I always recommend staying away from MCNs, but we got offered a really sweet deal by a super high MCN that represents some people that are like idols in my life. And one of the big things, they want us not to do Filipino content anymore, or what they refer to as international content. They want us to focus on like North American based or European based content because that was higher CPM, and we were totally against that. And then they also realized that the content we make doesn't make a lot of money, because out of probably 1,000 videos we have, I would say 60% of them are all copyright not claimed but demonetized, like the original copyright owner.
Because like ABS-CBN claims, a lot of the commercials.
Because you say Sarah Geronimo, and I got like 20 emails last week of new videos that got demonetized.
Yeah, we did too, like 35 different ones.
But anything, even a lot of the Wishbus stuff now is getting claimed. Stuff that originally wasn't is getting hit up by ABS-CBN, like the Inigo Pascual video and stuff like that. But people always think like, oh, you got 115,000 subs, you're getting millions of views, like you guys are balling. I'm like, man, y'all don't even know.
Our second channel just hit 10,000 subs, and we make the same amount on that.
We make more on that channel than we ever have on HugKnucklesTV.
Yeah. And that's good. I feel like that's good that you're saying that, because I mean it's good to clear up, because you know a lot of people or maybe viewers do like think that like reactors make like buckets of money, and I feel like at least I know with you guys and with us, like we're just doing it because we enjoy it. Like,
exactly, and that's why we had such a hard time with them saying we couldn't do international content. I'm like, that's like where my heart is, and I'm not okay with that. Like I'm doing it because it's like it makes me happy, and that's what all my fans like want to see. That's the stuff that they like, and I like making 100,000 people happy. You know, like. Not that all of them watch our videos.
But the coolest thing to me is the fact that we post a video. I mean, this may still, to some people, they might not get it. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, when you post a video, people actually are watching it as soon as you post it. Like, for having done YouTube for so long, some of my videos would get 50 views in like 5 months. The fact that now I can post a video and get 50 views in like the first minute, I'm like, oh my god, like every time I'm still like, oh, people are watching it. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Well, also, I did like a rewind video too of all of 2017. And I was really shocked that it didn't get as many views as like I expected. And so, like, it's kind of on the other side of that. It's kind of like whenever a video you really want to see, like, get a lot of views doesn't get as many views, it's kind of like, oh, man.
Well, that sucks, like, but I'm talking, like, just that anybody watches anything at all. I'm, like, every time it's like I'm shocked anybody tunes in.
Yeah.
Like, you still watch us at all?
And we talked about this in the last podcasts, the last two, that, like, I personally still have, like, a hard time believing that, like, that many people watch my videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
have y'all been approached in the States at all by people? Like, how many people have come up to you?
It's funny because I think we did a Jollibee food review, like our first one, and then the second time that we went to Jollibee here in Seattle area, we walked into a Jollibee and somebody tapped us when we were going out, and they were like, "I've seen you on YouTube," and then walked away, and we were like, "What?"
And I was like, we've been seen on YouTube. It was a food review, so I was vlogging it too, and I when they did that, I was I was yeah, it's crazy, when that first happens.
So that happened, but other than that, in the States, I don't think we've really been noticed. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
And it's funny because whenever we go, because we have a Filipino kind of grocery area place. There's a lot of Filipinos over here and stuff like that. But whenever we go to places like that, we get a tingling feeling, like people are looking at us a lot of times. It could be just in our minds, but it's so I don't know if they maybe they know us and just don't say anything or not. I don't know. But
people will. Yeah. It's actually really frustrating. It's really sad to me because we'll have people that'll tweet us after they see us. They'll be like, I saw you. I'm like, why didn't you walk up to us?
And they're like, yeah. And then also, I feel like whenever I go to Jollibee, I'm looking, does anybody know?
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Have you seen me before?
Because it's I'm looking, because, anybody who meets eye contact, if they're too shy to come up to me, I want to be wave or something, to make them feel more comfortable. I don't know.
Well, the first time we were noticed was from that first video that got the 150,000 was somebody we went to school with.
In our
that
class.
We weren't friends with. And he's like, I don't know how, but this was in my recommended. And I go to school with you. And I was like, that's awkward.
And then it was whenever, I don't know if you saw the video, he had to go to the emergency room. And there was some stuff about a year ago.
My heart rate dropped to 17
and that
beats
same guy was in the emergency room that night. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is really weird. So,
but anyway. the first legit fan sighting, I guess, was our first time to Jollibee. Yeah. And it was he walked up and he's like, "Are you HugKnucklesTV?" And I'm like, "Yes, I
am." We probably had 15,000 subs at that point. Yeah. Too, it wasn't a whole lot. And then when we went to Skokie, North Chicago, we went to the Jollibee there. The manager knew us.
Which actually, funny story, it didn't make it into the vlog of my dad. That's actually the last time we ever went out and did anything with my dad before he passed, was going to Jollibee in Chicago.
We saw that video, yeah.
And the crew came up and asked to take a picture with us, which that part's in there. But they're like, oh, can we get a picture? And they were talking to my dad, asking him to take the picture. And he thought she wanted a picture of him. He's like, oh, I'm not part of this. I was like, Dad, she wants you to take the picture. He's like,
I'm not part of this. I'm not with them. And we're like, we just ate dinner together, though.
I'm like, she wants you to take it, Dad. She does not want your picture. It's okay.
And then, but she was laughing kind of awkwardly. It was funny.
That is so sweet.
Shout out to Jollibee for...
Yes.
People recognizing us.
Shout out to Jollibee for the only place people care to talk about.
What was it? We were playing Overwatch the other day, and someone said, "Are you HugKnuckles, the YouTuber?"
Oh yeah, I get that a lot, and in games because my name is HugKnuckles. People are like, "Are you that HugKnuckles?" I'm like, "Oh, cool! You watch my videos."
Nice.
Yes, I am.
Yes, please don't dislike me.
Yeah.
So now, when you went to the Philippines. I've seen the vlog teasers, but y'all haven't posted any actual vlogs yet, have you?
No, they're coming out March or I initially said they were coming out St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th, Seattle time. But we did a live afterwards, reminiscing about the Philippines, and we got a ton of comments, from our Filipino followers that were they were like, what's St. Patrick's Day? And I was like, supposedly they don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day over there. But March 17th is we're scheduling the first, actually the second episode, and then they're the second vlog, and then we'll probably go day by day from there, maybe a day or two. But that's
put out a few week or every day.
Probably every day, and take like a 2-day break. But yeah, I don't know how many videos I have like 2 edited so far. So yeah, watch out for those on March 17th.
For sure.
I'm excited. The teaser
if y'all
looks
don't
so
follow
legit.
them, you need to follow them right now.
Yes.
I'm
so excited to see them.
Well, I was going to say, if you watched our reaction video to y'all's reaction video, we told everybody they need to follow you immediately.
Yes.
But
yeah, we appreciate, we watch that. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that, like, from the bottom of our hearts.
His computer's been acting up. I think we're going to have to upgrade some.
Are you guys on a laptop or desktop?
Desktop. I built my computer. It's 4 years old now, and I think stuff's just starting to go bad.
Yesterday, he exported one of our, what was it? My Hero Academia. We're doing reactions to that on our other channel. And he 4 times, right?
Well, 3 times it aired out.
Yeah, and then the 4th time he finally was able to get it done. But I was like, we're going to have to re-edit this entire thing because it's going to not work or something.
Okay, so you were saying it's more important to live your dream or whatever. What did you say?
So it's more important that I'm happy in what I'm doing, and this is my dream. So I'm like, I don't care what anybody else says about it. Like, this to me, it's like, I know what I'm doing, and that's what matters. You know what I mean? Kind of what I was saying, and he was like, "Preach."
Yeah, I was like, "Preach, preach." Well, and that's totally deep, and that resonates with me also, just because, like, I mean, just my like scenario of what happened. We've been doing YouTube for like 1.5 years or whatever it has been, and I at my job, like, I've been working at my job, which is in the healthcare field, for like 6 years or something like that, and I like it and everything, but I don't have like a passion for it. And like, I could just see around me that, when you work at the same job for however, that long, it could be 2 years even, but when it starts to get redundant, like I don't define that as like a good life, and
right.
Like I had an opportunity to get like a promotion that would like double my salary, but it would take like all my time and all that stuff, and I waited a day, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And this YouTube thing was kind of, hitting some steam, and it just like what you said, like I'm more for chasing the happiness than like chasing the dollars, and
right.
like I think that's so important for like anybody's like well-being,
Yeah. Well, and that really speaks to me because when we first started this channel, Josh was doing it by himself, and we had made the decision that I would work while he like worked on the channel, and like I was like you gotta like do this on your own until I can one day, like we believed in it so much that he was gonna be able to like I was gonna be able to quit one day and we were gonna be able to make something of it. And I was working, and I worked there for a little over a year, so not long. We've only lived here for about 2 years.
Well, what happened was we both worked at a college. And when we moved, we're like, all right, this is the time where we're going to have to find another job right now anyway.
Right.
We're kind of like in limbo. We had a little extra money saved up from before. And I was like, I'm going to make a run at this. She was 100% behind us. Mm-hmm. She picked up that job, and it went nowhere. And it was getting to the point where I was like starting to check Indeed. And I'm like, all right, he was funds are starting to get low.
But every single time it was like really hard because I was like, like you're growing. It's just slow. And I'd be like, this is your dream. You can't give up on it. Like we had a lot of like those deep conversations like that. And it was like, it came to the point where we were getting a little bit of steam as well. And I worked at Maurice's. It's like a female, like, retail fashion.
Clothing.
Yeah, I love Maurice's.
Yeah, and me too. But I was really trying to become a manager. Like, it was like, I had went in for an interview, and I just kept getting, like, overlooked. And it was really upsetting to me because I felt like, why are you overlooking me? And I basically just got told, like, I'm really good at what I'm doing kind of thing, and they don't want to have to train someone to do what I'm doing, basically.
You fill a role too well.
Yeah, and so I was like, we went up to his family for a month, and I took, like, a leave of absence kind of thing, come back, and there was just so much going on in our lives, and, I was like, I really want to just, like, if I quit right now and, like, just went with him 100% on starting this new channel, the second channel that we have now, like, I really think we can do this. And so it's kind of just like a leap of faith that I took, and I was like, I'm not happy here. I'm being, like, I felt like I was undervalued.
We had enough money to last a couple months if she left. So.
And I was like, I'll give it about a couple months, you know, and if it's not like the second channel isn't picking up, Patreon, what we have now over for the other channel, if it's not picking up, then I'll just search Indeed again, you know. So it was like, it's all about that, like, you know, you're just seeking your dream, and I really like that decision that you made, honestly.
Hey, respect.
Yeah.
Chase your dreams, people. Check your moral of the story. Chase your dreams.
Well, and I mean, she did keep a job. You know, that's the one thing I will say. We talk about this. You don't make a ton of money on YouTube, especially in the beginning. I mean, we didn't make anything until October, and I started in July. Yeah. And that was the first time we made any money, and then it was like $100.
You have to even have that to even get it.
Exactly. So I've had a lot of people, and I want to get into this with you as well. I've had a lot of people come up to me, and you've had people hit you up on Facebook that are like, hey, nobody cared when we had 200 subs. Nobody cared when we had 1,000 subs. As soon as we hit like 10K subs, people are like, what? And then 50K, everybody's like, oh, hey, we want to talk to you now. And then now over 100, constantly people are like, oh, well, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Oh, well, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to make this money. And then they give up in like a couple weeks. And I'm like, even people that are really close to me, like that I believe in them, that they have the ability to do it, they don't realize like, hey, this was, you know, we're a year and a half in on this channel, and we're lucky. There's people that takes them like 5 years to get up.
Yeah.
And, you know, people will be like, oh, well, you just do reaction videos. I'm like, do you guys realize how many days we did 5 videos a day, 7 videos a day? Like, we grinded a fan base one person at a time. Like, in video games, I'll be like, hey, check out my YouTube channel. Like, I tell Sam, I grind one viewer at a time because that's how you get, you know, a following. And anybody that's listening, you hear us talking money, you hear us talking about chasing your dream and stuff. A dream isn't easy. Like, for most people. Some people will get super lucky. I feel like both of us have had really good breaks, you know, with Jollibee, like Marcelito, that was another big one for us. But you got to make sure that you're dedicated. Like, don't just quit your job. What I did was kind of stupid, but it was the perfect time for me. I had to move, so I couldn't keep my job. So when I jumped into it, it's not like I quit right there just to do YouTube to make no money.
Right.
So keep that in mind, people.
Right. Yeah. And whenever I say that I quit, it's because like I knew that we were okay. OBS just froze again.
We're fine. We're fine.
Okay. I'm getting triggered because OBS keeps freezing.
But you quit after we already had a following. After we already were making enough to pay rent.
I knew we weren't gonna be like screwed over, basically.
Don't ruin your life.
Yeah. Don't ruin your life, children.
Make a smart choice, but keep at it.
Yeah, start small on YouTube. Exactly. Don't quit your job, but once you get some momentum, I'm still working full time, so it's like, you know, it is a grind. Like, you know, you gotta. It takes like a lot of like man hours to like film and edit and everything, but I mean, you still gotta put food on the table, and like we get a lot of. I mean, just of recently, like we got a comment that was like, why don't you get your vlogs out? Like, why are you taking so long? Like, you guys are, whatever.
Somebody that was kind of upset.
They were throwing shade at us because we haven't got our vlogs out. And they were like, other vloggers can get, you know, their vlogs out every day. And in my head, I was just like, I was kind of laughing in my head because I'm not going to, you know, let them, like tear me down. But for one, like, I have a full-time job, you know, and all these other vloggers, like, vlogging is their job.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And you have two children, yes.
Right, we have 2 kids, so it's like, you know, that's what it is. You know, hopefully maybe we'll get to a point where we can, you know, do that. That would be cool. But yeah, it's you know, like we were talking about before. Like if it gets to the point where it's stressing you out like crazy, like you're gonna want to quit. And I don't want our channel to turn into that kind of like stress. So I'm not, you know, I don't try to get there. So.
Well, I feel you. This is like our full-time gig. You know, we have the 2 channels, and we don't even get videos out like as much as we should.
The other channel is really intense, but I think it's our Patreon. Like we, you know, like we post. I don't know if you know anything about our other channel, but basically,
we check up on it.
Yeah. So we have like the Patreon that does like the full reactions, but then we edit down. And because like we edit down like actual episodes, we have like a strict editing guideline that we use personally, you know, that way we don't get like
copyright strikes.
Yeah, copyright strikes, fair use, and all that. So
knock on wood, no copyright strikes, copyright free.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty. So out of YouTube, like, do y'all both edit, or is it like does just one of y'all know how to edit, or?
Yeah, Gabe does all the editing, which I
I like to say I'm the editing and the brains behind it, and she's the face. She's the face.
That's what I would always say. Yeah. I taught her how to edit probably about, I don't know. She used to make makeup videos.
It was about a year
So I taught her how to edit so she could do her own makeup videos.
Yeah.
And now she is like better than me. She'll make something that's better than mine.
Wow.
That's awesome. Go Sam.
I like
makeup videos.
What?
I remember those makeup videos.
Yeah. I don't know. I really want to get back into making them. But...
I remember some guitar videos or something like that. I remember seeing Sam play guitar or something.
I gave that up.
You know, is that series still going on?
I know.
No. My dad gave her a guitar too when we were up there.
Okay, so I really want to get back into it, but I was like, okay, well, I can learn ukulele. It's like a stringed instrument. It'll be easier for me to learn guitar down the road, and like I had this whole mindset behind it. So I was gonna switch into playing ukulele on the videos. So I was just sitting in the room and I tuned the ukulele and I started playing it, and I wanted to, like, I don't know if y'all know Grace Vanderwall. She won America's Got Talent. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I looked up how to like strum basically her song, I Don't Know My Name, and I was just strumming it over and over and over and over and over. And he was like, "You have to stop that!" Like, he just like got so triggered, and I was like, "Okay."
I can't be too mad because that ukulele's mine. I've had it since 2009 and don't know how to play one song.
But I was catching on really well because like I have a musical background, and so like I know how to read music. I know like how to like tune things and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think he was like a little upset that I was
triggered because, as I said, I've owned it since 2009, kids. I can't play one song.
Over there playing it, and HUGz is just like,
just like madly texting on my phone. How dare she use my ukulele?
Did you just say ukulele?
Ukulele. What were we talking about before this?
Gabe is the one that edits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's how we used to be. Like, he would edit and everything, and he would say that I was the face. That's perfect. That's exactly like us, like what we used to be like.
That's so funny. I keep the kids entertained while he edits. I don't know. It's like a trade-off, right?
Yeah. And let's be honest, you gals are a lot better looking than us guys.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's right.
I used to not have an excuse. I didn't have kids, so I would just be like, "So what are you doing?" And he eventually was like, "You're gonna have to learn how to do this because you're just sitting here staring at me."
What was really cool?
Maybe I should do that.
I should. I've said like before that I should probably learn how, just especially on the days that like he's working and we're swamped and trying to get things out. It's like during nap time I could probably do some, but I feel like I'd be so slow in the beginning, and Gabe's gotten like in his rhythm that he's just pumps things out. Like I'm like,
That's how it was for a long time. Because even after you learned how to edit, it wasn't even until a couple months ago where you learned the thumbnails and like the tagging and everything.
He would have to still do all the thumbnails. But like I recommend if you do like want to learn how to edit, like just do low stake stuff, because doing my makeup videos I think really like helped me, because it was like those were my videos and I got to do with them what I wanted to do, and it wasn't like it made it like it took the stress off. Now I feel way more stressed because our videos go on our channel and stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing,
good idea.
The other thing that was cool was when I was doing that gaming stuff on the streams, she, out of her own free will, I did not even ask her, it was amazing, started editing highlight clip videos for me. So the only reason I even have any of the like 2 weeks that I ever did that is like she cut up.
I was so proud of it too, because I like slowed it down and zoomed into his face laughing, and I like put like memes in it and everything. Yeah, it was really fun.
That's so awesome.
So what is your ultimate goal with YouTube? Like, do you want to get into more of the vlogging stuff? Because I really enjoy the stuff y'all post with your kids and like the cooking stuff. Are you more inclined or more want to do that, or do you always want to be doing reactions, or where do you see yourself in 100,000 subs?
Well, I feel like we've said from the beginning of our channel that our channel is going to be about spreading awareness about Filipino food, culture, and music. Yes. Food, culture, and music. And that's been kind of our thing from the beginning, and we've definitely done a lot more a lot more of the music, but we're just trying to kind of feed in the food there. And with our vlogs, especially, we're going to be getting into the culture and just.
Yeah, that, and then, I mean, you know, after our vlogs are released, you know, who knows, maybe, I mean, I don't know if I see us becoming daily vloggers, but the food is definitely something we have fun with, and, you know, it gets, you know, naturally food channels get really good engagement too. But you know, with the Adobo Sandwich, like that channel, we're always going to be, I mean, the name, we don't really give ourselves any kind of flexibility with the name Adobo Sandwich. I mean, obviously it's going to be Filipino related, but you know, we've had ideas of starting other channels too, but Adobo Sandwich is always going to kind of be there, and we're always going to kind of feed it. But in terms of like YouTube, and you know what, like just like any other YouTuber, if it turns into something great, you know, we'll ride with it. But you know, sometimes you have to adapt and, you know, do other things. So we don't really have a set plan yet. We're just kind of having fun right now, and you know, we'll see where it goes. We
tried doing some of the vlogs, and when we did, like, I don't know, a little bit more vlogging, it was really fun. Like, I really like watching those videos and watching those videos back and stuff, but it really depends on, we don't want to force the kids into, you know what I mean, like filming and stuff. And so when like a day just doesn't work, it's like, well, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work today. So.
And here's the thing with vlogs. Like, I'm sure this is something like we can get used to, but like, you know, when we go out, like with family parties, like a lot of our best vlogs have been like, Christmas, like holidays, like a Filipino party, a typical Filipino party. I don't know if you guys have ever been to like a Filipino party, but like Filipino Christmas and stuff like that. And I just feel weird vlogging in public. I haven't gotten used to it.
Yeah,
but,
we've tried a lot of times.
There's some days where I'm like waving the camera around, don't care, but then there's some days where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hide this camera, you know?
Right, yeah. So I don't know if we can become a daily vlogger. I think I see us becoming like seasonal, not seasonal, is that the word? Like like special season, like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Occasional.
Maybe if we go to like a vacation, like we made some vlogs where we went to Arizona, and that was really cool. So maybe in terms of vlogging, that's where I kind of see it going, but besides that.
To answer your question, we're just kind of thinking a variety of everything.
We'll see what happens,
See,
I like that.
My struggle with vlogging is like my life isn't that entertaining. Like, we do cool stuff very sporadically, so I'd have like a vlog every couple weeks or something.
The things that like all of our vlogs would just be like our cats doing dumb things.
I took my dog out for a walk today.
We went and threw the ball, and it ran and got it and brought it back.
I recorded videos here. Watch them.
Hey, some of the best viral videos are of cats. You know,
I know. My cats do some dumb stuff
or something. That's gonna go viral in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart.
There you go. All
that is so smart.
If we get one, it goes viral. Y'all get 10%. There you go.
I was literally gonna say that. I swear, yes, I was gonna say that.
So I kind of want to do what we did when we did like our little interview stuff. Just ask you a couple like rapid fire questions. Put you on the hot seat.
Okay, we're on the hot seat. Little
HOTT.
HOTT.
Who do you want? Are we switching?
This can be either or. This can be either or. If y'all agree or whatever, disagree, and then you can ask some questions as well. We can pop it off.
All right.
But I want to know, what is the favorite video, and this can be different for each one of you, that you have reacted to? What is like your overall, maybe not the best performance or whatever, but just the one you had the most fun with or enjoyed the most?
Mine, I always go back to Secret Love Song from Morissette. That is the song that I listen to, and we listened to like on repeat after that.
Yeah.
I really loved that.
Awesome.
What about you, Gabe?
Oh, okay. I can't answer that question because there's so many good ones, like, and it depends on like how I'm feeling. Like,
that's true.
Just recently, like, we've reacted to Four of Spades. I don't know if you guys have checked them out. They're like a Filipino Beatles band, and they were like,
I saw them.
We had a lot of people request it.
You guys gotta watch that. But I mean, if you're gonna pick one, I'm gonna say when we reacted to Japs there with Japs or of Japs singing Despacito.
All right, well,
I'm gonna have to put one obviously on the. I'm gonna have to put that one on the pedestal.
Okay, well, besides that one.
Yeah.
I know it's a really hard question. I could never answer it.
I'm just interested because sometimes like some of your favorite videos that you've done aren't even like ones that were popular. Or whatever.
Right.
Do you have, and that's why we're putting y'all on the spot, do you have a least favorite video that you've reacted to?
Like a least video, like as far as something that we watched that we didn't like.
Yeah, either you didn't like it or you just weren't feeling it, or
You don't have to answer.
you don't have to answer because that is kind of putting you on the spot.
I know. I don't want to throw anybody under, but I will say like you know, with you guys mentioned this before. There's been a handful of videos that we've reacted to, and we just weren't feeling it, and like you could tell in our reaction, and I was just like, I'm not gonna put this up there. Like one, I didn't really like the song, and I don't know, it just didn't have good vibes, and we didn't put it on our channel. There's been a handful of videos like that. I'm not going to say the names of the artists or the song.
No shade, no shade.
I can't think of like ones in particular, just because we've seen so many things that we have really loved and really, really liked. Right. But yeah, I mean, I also feel like artists have off days and off performances, and I don't know,
Yeah.
Have you ever been like, and this is another thing too with reaction channels, like, have you ever had a video be spoiled for you before you could react to it, and then you couldn't do a reaction? Like something that was like big.
I don't even remember what video it was or what thing it was, but we recorded ourselves reacting to something, and then something happened with our computer or something, and so we had to like react to it, and we were like, no, we can't do it. It was amazing, and we already saw it. Like I don't know.
It was probably a super viral one too. And something went wrong. I don't know what.
That's like my worst fear on like a Jollibee commercial, like a newly released one or something, is that our computer's on a freeze or something.
Exactly. Or like if it's like KZ's stuff that's coming out now, because y'all know Royals is her next one, right? Like that's the next one that she's doing for
in China. In China?
Yeah.
No way.
Dude, that's going to be huge. Friday. You know that's going to be huge.
That's like full circle for us.
That's what I'm saying. That's
every video we reacted to. I'm gonna make sure that one doesn't get spoiled.
Yeah. I'm super excited for that. Yeah. Well, and it's hard, you know, because people are like, oh, react to this. So you obviously, you know, like, oh, it's probably a good performance. Like, so that's always kind of a spoiler in itself. But like, especially with our new channel, because we do like anime stuff or whatever, the freaking comments are a minefield. Like people trying to spoil the show. I don't know why that's a thing, but
we have moderators that go through and they delete the spoiler
hundreds of comments of just like people trying to tell us who dies or how things happen. I got spoiled on one show, and it was bad. It was really bad. And I had to, like,
he was so mad. It happened in a live stream, and he just like
our mod cried.
He just shut the live stream off. He was so mad. Like it was
and
like
our moderator was like in our Discord crying, talking to me about it because he was like so
he felt
upset.
like it was his fault because he didn't delete it.
Oh wow,
it was so crazy. But you didn't get spoiled, so that was
no,
cool.
I didn't. I was really sad actually.
What do you have any questions? I want like we gotta get some hard hitting stuff.
Do y'all have any pets? I have like the more generic questions.
I've never
seen
a
koala. We have a koala.
No.
You want to get our koala? Can we go get our koala?
Our koala.
No, I'm just kidding.
I got so excited. I was like, you do not have a koala.
No, we opened a P.O. box in one of our first packages with this koala that
I actually watched
our friend from Australia sent.
That's awesome.
Follows our channel, and it was really cool. But yeah,
no,
besides that, just 2 kids. They're animals, so I would consider them as pets.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen any pets in the videos because that's like something normal that sticks out to me.
We used to have a dog, and he was in some of our early some of our
your pregnancy belly progression.
Yeah, he was in like some of those, but we gave him to my uncle. My uncle has him now. Just Gabe is actually allergic to animals. So
I'm allergic to cats, and we have 2 cats. I have to take allergy meds every day. Not a sponsor.
Are you?
Oh man!
Shout out to Zyrtec. No,
yeah, that's what's up. If y'all want to drop some free allergy pills, what up?
You're allergic to cats, and you have cats.
We have 2.
We have 2 cats.
Well, that was like whenever we first started dating. He said that, and I'm like, that's a deal breaker. I'm sorry.
I had cats as a kid, and it used to be really bad. We had to get rid of them when I developed it. And when I moved down here with her parents, like she said, they had 2 cats, and I was really worried. It's nowhere near as bad as it was when I was a kid. I used to like sneeze and couldn't breathe, and like it was bad. But now I get like a little bit of like watery eye. I get stuffed up if I don't take my meds, but it's nowhere near as bad.
Or if he's like burying his face into them, like loving on
them.
them.
You have to cuddle. If you have, I mean,
his eyes will get all puffy.
It is what it is. But they've become kind of a meme for the channel. Like, people are all about the cats. Like, it'll sit up on my chair or stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
People are always
Or we have Stella Vision, our cat's in the middle of the top of our little TV that we have where we put our reactions. And sometimes, like, in the anime, like, especially, like, a character's body will be right underneath, and it looks like the cat's, like, part of its head.
So,
okay, next question.
Off of that, what is your favorite animal, both of you?
I should know that. I was thinking about my favorite animal the other day. What's your favorite animal?
Well, my favorite animal, like pet animal, I love Yorkies and like small dogs. But my favorite, like, I like zebras. Zebras are awesome.
Zebras are pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love zebras.
Yeah, she had, when we got married, like, she had like a picture like 2 times bigger than this chalkboard, like hanging up on her wall.
No, my whole place was hot pink and zebra. It was awesome.
You guys are like soulmates, like for real.
Hot pink and zebra, really, Sam?
Dude,
really?
purple and zebra.
But like literally everything was purple. My rug, my bedspread, my picture frames,
pillows.
Pillows.
She had all kinds of zebra stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Boxes that were zebra.
Yeah. It was so much that I took my car to the paint shop, and I was like, I had like a Honda Accord, so it wasn't anything like fancy, but I was like, how much would this cost to get a hot pink? And then they were like $3,000. I was like,
well, thank you for your time, sir.
I had hot pink car seats, or I had zebra.
She was still debating it, and I was like, absolutely not. Well, you are not getting your car painted hot pink.
I was like, no, picture this.
That's a deal breaker.
Hot pink car with zebra like interior. Come on.
See, I have a like a hot or turquoise blue kind of color car now, and my insides were all zebra, so it was like zebra and blue.
Y'all are soulmates.
Oh my gosh,
that's awesome.
That's funny.
So Gabe, putting you on the spot, man. What's your favorite animal? What's going down?
Man, I'm gonna have to go with some kind of like flying animal, and
where are you going with this?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawk. There you go.
Seahawk? Okay, pulling them Seattles out. What up?
A grasshopper.
The Seahawk. That's an actual. I mean, they have a hawk. When you go to their games, they have like a hawk like fly in the stadium.
They have like a falconry dude or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I would have thought you said rat or something.
No, not rat.
See, now I feel like, because I'm from Chicago, I should be like, bears. Bears are my favorite animal. Even I'm rocking a Cubs shirt, I should probably...
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Bear Cubs.
Yeah. What are your guys' favorite animals? Cats?
Mine, the penguin.
What?
Penguin or panda?
Or panda.
Either one. Panda or penguin.
Panda's chill.
Oh, gosh.
What did you say the other day?
I love koalas, actually. It's my mom's favorite
animal. What did you say the other day? That was a question I asked you. I don't remember what you said, though. Or did you just ask me?
I asked you, but I like cats. Cats is my favorite animal, but I have actually learned today that dogs are, I think, better, because whenever you're sad, they know, and they love on you.
She got cuddled by the dog. So I want to ask this too, just because we don't often get the chance to talk to other reactors and stuff, and if this is running long, let us know if y'all gotta go or whatever.
Okay.
So have you ever forgotten if you've reacted to something?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Especially when we get requests on like older videos, not like newer ones.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like there was one time we reacted to a video we already reacted to.
There is.
And it was like 2 minutes in, and we were like, this sounds really familiar. And then, after we were done, like, we looked at our history, we typed in YouTube, like, Adobo Sandwich, and titled that video, and it was already up, and we were just like, oh, and I know what video it was. It was Chris Lawrence Versace on the floor.
Oh,
That's what it was. I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
We did one and actually posted the second one. Do you remember what it was?
Yes, more said.
It was more said on Mix, because the first one was really crappy quality that was like taken at the event, and then the other one was like the official one that Mix released. That was like
so that's
really.
Not the same.
But it was like the same performance.
I was like,
and I was
oh
like,
my gosh.
I was like,
well,
I'm
because
almost
I was
sure
like,
we've seen this before.
I was like, this must have been, and I think I even said in the second one, I was like, I think this is the exact same day she did that one other song because it's the same outfit and she has her hair the same way. But it was the same reaction.
Yep, same video. But
wait,
I posed
so same video, different reaction.
Yeah, well, because I think in the video we were even saying, like, this looks familiar. Like, I don't know if this is that video or whatever.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, so, when y'all post, like, we used to post a lot of videos, like, at the same time. We'd record, like, 3-5 videos and post them. Have y'all ever, like, mixed up your videos, like, your titles or anything like that?
Yeah, are you talking about like thumbnails or something?
Well, I did a straight thumbnail and a title for 2 different videos. I would like mix them up because it was the same artist.
Just like you're like split testing to see what would get better engagement or something like that.
I like straight messed up like
titled one the wrong.
one. Okay. So what was your question?
Have y'all ever had anything like that where like wrong thumbnail or wrong?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's. I feel like that's a life of a reactor editor. Yeah, I feel like I totally. There was probably like a Morissette video, and we put out different artists and everything like that, and I totally mixed up thumbnails, and then I think I found out like 10 minutes later, and you just feel like a tool because you're like, oh my gosh, this is so, and then you take it off and you switch it really quick, but yeah, I think that's.
I've done this one time that I know of. Have you ever misspelled the name of an artist that you're reacting to?
Man.
I did it in a thumbnail, and I got.
Usually we just copy paste the title and then add reaction to it. So, I've misspelled. What did I misspell? I've misspelled like things in like the thumbnail. Like sometimes we say like awesome or something like that. I've misspelled like words like that, but I don't think I misspelled that.
In a thumbnail, I misspelled an artist's name, and people went ham on me in the comment section.
Yeah.
It was intense.
Oh, no.
It was some dude from
Billy
Gilman.
Gilman.
Know who he is, yeah.
Billy Gilman.
I put 2 L's.
He was
instead
like
of
my
1.
childhood crush.
And everybody's like, really intent that it was only 1 L.
Yeah. He was on The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Did you get a lot of dislikes on that video?
We didn't get that many dislikes. It was a lot of mean comments.
Yeah.
Which we've thought about making videos.
Speaking of dislikes, actually, that first ERB that really went big was our most disliked video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 50-50.
The first video we put out is probably up there too as our most disliked. Yeah.
I think it has like 1,000 thumbs down.
Well, it was Hillary Clinton versus Trump,
Donald Trump,
so it was like ERB about them, and so I think it was more political.
The whole thing was very intense for us.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Like so many views.
So
it's a glitch.
Speaking of comments, I think this would be a good note to end on because this affects not only us as YouTube creators, but it also affects the people who are watching this video. Thank you for watching this video if you're watching, or listening if you're listening. Is comments. How have you noticed like a trend in hateful comments? Do you guys get a lot of negative comments? At any point, did you get a lot of negative comments? Like, how has that adventure been for you on YouTube?
In terms of the negative comments?
Yeah.
Do you read comments a lot?
Now I feel like in the beginning, and this is like a key part of us starting out and continuing as YouTubers, reactors, everything. We got a lot of positive comments in the beginning, and while we were under 10,000 and under subscribers, I feel like we got like pretty much all all positive comments, and that I feel like before we started, that's something I was really worried about. I was really like, I don't want to put myself out there, like people are mean, like people are gonna say mean things, and I don't know if I can handle that. Like, and Gabe was very much like, let's just do it. Doesn't matter what other people say. Doesn't matter what other people, it doesn't matter. And we were overwhelmed by positivity, and I feel like that's what carried us out until we could do it.
I feel like a big part of that is like, a large portion of our audience are from the Philippines and Filipino, and like I was telling this we were being interviewed on the Wish Bus, and he was asking about our channel and everything, and I was like, if you could collect like data about like audiences around the globe, I feel like like the Filipino audience is one of the most like engaging, positive like audiences like in the world. Like I feel, because I have friends who are YouTubers and they're like based out of America and stuff, and like I watch their videos and they just get so much hate. Like Americans are mean. Like like I mean, you know, the video could be about just some random thing and there will be like trolls just like attacking like anything and everything about like, you know, the person. But I feel like with catering to the Filipino audience, like we don't get that, you know.
Right. I feel like, I mean, definitely the bigger you get, I feel like with anybody you're gonna get some hate, you're gonna get some mean comments, you're gonna, you know, we just try and
it's a very small percentage we get that are negative comments.
I feel like if it's something that we read that like really hurts our feelings or something like that, I don't know, I delete it because I'm like, I'm not gonna read it. I don't want to read it again. I don't want to see it again. You know, I don't know.
I think our experience was kind of the flip side, because honestly, we got mostly negative comments in the beginning when we were real small, and when we did actually start reacting to Filipino videos, like I will say that is the most accepting like audience I've ever.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, with that.
Like it immediately changed my mind about reading comments. But I feel like there was a tipping point when we hit about like 10K subs, to where as we got bigger, the hateful comments like pretty much go away. Now it's like such a small percentage of what we get, and now the majority is been positive. And the reason I say I think we have that same thing is our new channel just hit 10,000 subscribers like this weekend, and it's been around this point. We had a lot of negative comments, and now it's tipped over to where like the predominant amount of our comments
really nice.
are all positive. And what I will say is, you know that you're starting to like get a footing in your audience or whatever, is we wouldn't even have to go delete the mean comments anymore, because before I would even get a chance to read it, there's like a chain of people trolling the crap out of the person that said something mean. I'm like, oh hey.
Yeah, for sure, I get that too, and that's super cool when like those people like come to your defense and everything like that. I mean, it you know, makes you feel good, makes us feel good. So
yeah.
I used to take it as like a challenge to turn those people into viewers. So I would go and comment back on everything, like either a really good sarcastic remark back, or one dude, and I'll still talk about it, I don't care, I got no shame in my game. He's like, why don't you react to a treadmill? The next day, I did a video reacting to treadmill fails, and posted his comment in there, and was like, hey dude, good idea.
I like that. I like that YouTube video you did there. That's pretty legit. I like that.
Do you have any more rapid fire questions so we wrap this up? And
no.
Nothing you want to know? No hot questions?
What's your favorite color? That's what I was going to ask earlier. But
hot pink.
Yeah. Hot pink.
Well, I don't know. What
green. It's both green.
My favorite color has always been green. Like, I don't know. I love hot pink.
Gabe's like,
my favorite color is green because my birthday is on March 18th. And whenever I had my birthday parties, like it was right after St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. That's the psychology, I think, that's behind why it's green.
I like how Gabe cracked down.
Birthday here on Sunday.
Gabe's like, this relationship's about to get rocky if you lied to me about it being green.
Yeah. It's green. No, I've always like said my favorite color is green, but I like other colors.
I also enjoy other colors.
I don't know if you could tell, but my favorite color is purple.
This doesn't even look purple though.
This does not. This is purple.
Oh yeah, the original original HugKnuckles.
It's purple bluish.
Is your hair still purple?
Oh yeah, the whole thing. Bit. It's a little oily. Sorry about that, but yeah.
Did y'all ever see this shirt that we made? This was our first merch shirt.
Yeah, I do. I've seen it.
How'd you guys did it jump off the shelves or what?
I mean, you had to buy so many, like the people had to buy so many to get it to ship out, and it shipped out. So I mean,
that's legit. You guys designed it and everything?
We had a fan that designed this.
Oh, that's cool.
She sent it to us, and we're like, ooh.
She also drew a picture of me and Jollibee, like
running away with
like a love scene,
and I'm standing over there just holding popcorn. Like
it was like a Step Up meme or something. It was like me and Jollibee dancing, and it was like a dance.
And then there was, when we were going to the Philippines, she drew us both hugging Jollibee, which was so cute.
She also designed a shirt that we didn't launch. We were gonna launch it, but we didn't have time to raise the money to go to the Philippines. Was more hugs to the Philippines. and she had a whole thing. They're gonna make the shirt, but we might launch that when we go back.
Because we definitely want to go back and spend like more time and like actually like get into like the actual like culture and stuff and go around and try more of the food and all that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, on the food.
Hey, one question for you guys.
Sure.
Let me get what you're thinking of an estimate. When is the HugKnuckles Adobo Sandwich rendezvous gonna happen? I don't know when. I don't know. Are you guys gonna come to Seattle anytime soon?
I actually have a friend. My best friend's from Seattle, so I'm like, I wonder. No, she lives near us now. She's actually at basic training right now. Yeah. She sent me a letter today in the mail. I was so happy. But anyway, she's mentioned me coming up there and like visiting her like family and stuff. So I'm like, maybe like whenever she goes up there, then we can go up there and like.
We've been talking about it a lot. Wanting to go up there and meet y'all because we wanted to go to like Portland and Oregon, and then of course Washington.
We wanted to do like an entire, because we did an entire Southwest U.S. Like road trip, and we want to do one for the Northwest U.S.
That's cool. And I will say we are like Wish is launching their LA like radio station.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew about that, but I think that launch is going to go on in May. It's like iffy, but we may go down there in May. Just dropping that seed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe
that would be legit. Like that could be our rendezvous.
We definitely gotta work something out because we love working with y'all here. This was a lot of fun for us. We love your channel. We love you guys. And it's hard to find legitimate cool people that are also friendly off camera, and y'all are that for us. So we're very excited we met y'all. And thanks for being on the podcast. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much.
No doubt. Overreacting is going to be fire, guys.
Overreacting episode 3. So what is your give a shout out real quick for all your social media stuff and whatever, anything else you want to say at the end here. This is your time to shine.
It's our time to shine. Well, our what is all our stuff? Everything is like just Adobo Sandwich. Our Instagram, we have Instagram Adobo Sandwich. Twitter is
Adobo Sandwich. Adobo_sandwich.
Okay, that's Twitter.
Yeah.
What are y'all most active on? What would you want people to follow?
I feel
Gabe does Twitter, I do Instagram.
And then we split Facebook, but I think Instagram would be cool. Or even Facebook. The thing is with Instagram and Facebook, like we get a lot of comments on YouTube saying, "Oh, we want to see more pictures of your kids." If you guys want to see that, Instagram and Facebook, we post a ton of pictures of our family and of our daily lives in our Instagram. Yeah.
Awesome. And make sure you go subscribe to their channel, Adobo Sandwich, on YouTube. If you haven't already, what are you doing? This has been like hours and you're just sitting there listening. You could have subscribed by now. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the Overreacting Podcast, episode 3. Next week we'll have a guest. Don't know. Maybe we won't. Hey, maybe it'll be us again. But we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening or watching. We love you guys. Bye.